Today, I went hot air ballooning for 2,000 subscribers. This was crazy. But before we get started, I'm asking for a simple favor. Please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot and it gets me to new goals for even crazier stunts. That being said, let's jump into it. The weeks before the balloon were terrifying. I have a preeminent fear of heights, so I was terrified. But, as Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. I researched the balloon and its safety, how it's built, how it flies, everything, so I could get an idea of what I was up against. I wanted to know my enemy better than I knew myself. This turned out to be very beneficial as it alleviated most of my fear of the stunt. As they say, knowledge is power. And then, I woke up. It was time. I got my filming equipment, I got my coat. Oh, crud. Due to weather issues, we could not go. The flight was postponed to a couple of weeks later, and I was safe. For now. Waited and waited, trying to distract myself a little while longer, but the new due date has been set and the clock was ticking down. And then, the day arrived once more. We got up super early to the call that we were still on for the flight, and everything was going smoothly. Now, one thing about high altitudes in the morning, it's heckin' cold. So I got not one jacket, not two jackets, but 3 jackets, and a ski mask because wind exists. And so the drive began. The anticipation grew heavier and heavier, until it arrived. We got there and had to sign a waiver that basically said, "Ayo, if you die, we aren't responsible," and then follow them to the launch site. You like how I said launch site? Sounds fancy, am I right? They then began preparing stages. They first inflate the balloon with cold air before heating it to stand up on the ground. Also, they tested the blowtorch and it sounded like a demon. 2 people open the bottom of the balloon and hold it while a fan fills the balloon with cold air. The balloon starts reaching its massive size and final shape before they check their equipment, give you a brief safety speech, and off you go. The balloon effortlessly levitated from the ground, swiftly bringing us into the atmosphere. The only thing I can think in that moment was, holy crap! After a minute, we were already 1,000 feet in the air, and the entire world looked so out of focus and detail. Nothing felt real. The balloon was still as it gracefully climbed in altitude, but as the height increased, my fear suddenly decreased. You have to believe in yourself. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. In a sudden flash of inspiration, I started filming everything. The balloon, the basket, the ground, some guy jogging. Wait, how did that one get in there? I was no longer afraid of death, and all I wanted was to film everything. As we flew along, many people waved at us from below, and we had a great time laughing, pointing out the tiny minute details in the vast landscape before us. The realm of the heavens was ours. As fast as it began, we had to land. We prepared for an impact. It was a hard impact, man. It almost flipped the basket. We land. The balloon landed, and we got out. And we don't visit the kingdom of the heavens today. So, it was a pretty hard landing, but it was interesting. So they tell you to bend your knees. And look, this over here is where the basket first hit. See this? So the basket hit right here, and it went bump, and then we went all the way over there. So it was like ba-dump, and then it landed right there. Prairie dogs. Oh my god, yes. Prairie. We then all helped wrap the balloon back up, and they gave us certificates of completion at the end. And so it was over.
We're hungry.
This teaches us that no matter how unfeasible and scary something may seem, we must take on our problems and face our fears. Being in the skies made me realize I wasn't scared of heights, I was just scared of failure. And once I realized that I was definitely up in that balloon, breathing that cold air, and laughing with our new balloon buddies, I no longer felt like I was going to fail, and the experience was worth it. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope that anyone that sees this realizes that life is short and we must cherish every last drop of it. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers, and thank you for watching. The end.